although I know the concerns that I had were particularly the cost, the control in terms of our highway department. And I think all of those things have been addressed. But I'm concerned about the safety issues. And I've wrestled with that as well, because it doesn't say that you have to ride in that bike lane. Am I correct? You have a choice as to where you can ride, where you ride. So with that, I say, I abstain. I'm just not prepared to vote on it tonight. I'm sorry. I abstain. I know Pat has worked very, very hard on this, but I'm not prepared to vote tonight, so I abstain.
Councilmember Heck?
I also would like to thank Councilmember Dolan for the time and effort that he has put into this. And I know that his concerns were legitimate. I know that he wants to be able to take care of as many of his constituency as possible, as all of us do. That's one of the reasons that we got elected, was to take care of the people that live within our districts and live within the county. I too, like Chairman Irby, I do believe that the future, you might say, dictates that we become more user-friendly as far as bicycling and walking. And most of you know, that know me, know I am a huge, huge proponent of mass transit. So I again, like Councilmember Irby, there are some things that concern me. I understand that Cheryl Hodges, who is head of the Highway Department, is in favor of this bill, and that gives me much pleasure because, you know, even though we are bicyclists and walkers, streets are made for motor vehicles, and Highway Department people are made to look at the availability and the use of those roads for motor vehicles. So I am going to vote yes on this. I do believe that there are some concerns, and I may add, just as a personal note, that if you see me in my white 2006 Chrysler Sebring and you're riding a bicycle, you'd probably be smart to just pull over and let
Thank you. I want to thank everybody who's come here over the last several weeks to give your input both for and against the bill. I think the bill before us is a product of much work on both sides, and I'm very appreciative to Councilmember Dolan and Cheryl Hodges and Glenn Powers, who I know were very involved in coming up with a better bill. The Complete Streets Ordinance is a transportation policy that will allow different methods of transportation to be considered, not mandated, when highway projects are being thought out on an annual basis. The policy before us tonight states that the ordinance sets forth guiding principles, again, not mandates, that shall be considered by the St. Louis County Highway Department. With regard to cost, which I agree was a great concern, there is no mandate to spend any money in this particular bill. Projects will follow our standard procedures, which is that the Highway Department will make a recommendation to the council for projects, and the council will have an opportunity to vote on the proposal. In addition, the public will be allowed input, as is our standard procedure on any items that come before us. And because of these checks and balances that are in place, I am going to vote yes in favor of this bill.
Councilmember O'Meara?
Just real brief. I'd like to thank Martin Pyan. We've always had a cordial relationship, whether we agree or disagree, but we at least talk. And you're probably most dynamic. You never know what gear you're going to show up at as a councilman. Correct. Yeah. And as we discussed on the Old Halls Ferry project, you know, I know you had some input in that too. We did put a bike lane in that particular project. We also added a bus lane before the elementary school because of the backup onto the main thoroughfare. So those are individual projects, and the same as this complete street will be individual projects, and we'll work together with the community to make sure that they are the safest for St. Louis County, and keep the cost down. It is a big thing with the expense of St. Louis County, but I think complete streets, I think Pat has done an excellent job of working with both sides to move this project along. So with that, I vote aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Thank you. We're again here, but I'd like to thank the council for their patience throughout this, no matter how the vote goes. We're here for that reason, to listen to citizens' comments and do the best we can. This is not just a District 5 complete streets policy, it's the St. Louis County complete streets policy. So thank you all for your consideration and your patience. I also want to make a special thank you to Eric Fay, my assistant, who did the majority of the work on this. I mean, I can't take all the calls and answer all the emails and Eric's done a tremendous job of representing the 5th District and St. Louis County, so thanks, Eric. When we started this, last April or whenever it was, we had two different spectrums, no complete streets at all, and then complete streets that would be beyond any imaginable, I guess. So both sides, and it's not two sides, but two different viewpoints were brought together, and it was really a collaboration of both ideas being brought together. It was TrailNet does, in my opinion, does a great job. I mean, if we need organizations like them, and a lot of organizations in this county to help to speak for people, and any organization, not just that community, but all around. But this wasn't just a TrailNet and Highway Department issue. There was a lot of other interested organizations in this, municipalities, but more importantly, the residents. The basic reason that we're doing this because we've been shown that the residents would desire a complete streets policy and the consideration of it. So that's why I undertook this, and I appreciate it again and say everybody for their input on everybody's input. And it was a pleasure to talk to all sides of this issue, and I guess most of all I enjoy seeing the passion that people have about St. Louis County. Whatever side you're on, everybody's entitled, but to see people passionate about an issue is rewarding to me. So with that, I say aye.
Councilmember Stanger?
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn?
I too would like to thank everyone who has come out to speak on this bill. Obviously some very passionately held opinions. Some people have said the bike lanes are safe, and some have said that those lanes are not safe. I have some thoughts about the subject also, but I think we should all be glad that I don't design streets. This bill fortunately leaves the decisions about highways and highway expenditures, highway safety, where it always has been with the county highway department, the highway experts. The highway department has always made the decisions on what is safe and what is not, and they will continue to do so under this bill. This bill doesn't change any of that. The bill doesn't compel any money to be spent on existing roads or on future road projects. It doesn't compel the council or the county to spend any more money than the council is comfortable about fitting within the budget. For any money to be spent on any existing roads or any future road projects, the proposal any specific proposal will have to come before the council for approval, as it always has. So really, in In that regard, the council will have the final say on whether or not to approve any particular project. So I don't foresee runaway expenditures with this bill. So